Back to the social universe, where you learn the secrets of the social media through the social universe, and in many cases, the secrets of the universe itself. And I think we really are talking about some of the secrets of the actual universe through quantum physics and some of the ways that that can be applied. Speaking of integrative medicine, tell us about how quantum physics can actually help someone become a little bit better.
Well, when you look at the body is anatomy.
Mm-hmm.
And in the anatomical compound, you have electrical engineering,
Mm-hmm.
chemical engineering, and body mechanics. And one of the wonderful things about the human body is its ability to adapt and compensate, which a piece of machinery cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to take that equation into the recovery process for a human. And I found by studying, quantum physics and vibration, I have gotten a lot of faster results with the patients, and especially like athletes that are constantly being bombarded, the football players, and the head injuries and the ramifications of that. They're starting to understand there is a vibrational component and how that impacts the brain and breathing and the heart attacks, sudden death situations. And with our soldiers, I've studied weaponology since 2007 and seen how the different enhancements to our weapons, aircraft, the G-forces. I worked on an F-22 Raptor fighter pilot,
Wow.
and that was awesome.
Yeah.
And just understanding when in one shoulder-held rocket launcher, the soldier could not fire it a second time without waiting for 20 minutes because the impact to the body is so intense. And I think that's one of the things that we need to update our medical therapy awareness in adjusting our technologies, in helping the recovery, is looking at how are they impacted, not just the broken arm, but the vibrational force. And then you get into if the person is well hydrated,
Mm-hmm.
like 70% water, if you maintain that, ballistics can pass through the body a lot more readily. And if you also have the proper mineral composite within the body, then you're not deplete and to the point that the nervous system can't respond, it locks up.
Mm-hmm.
So I found that that's been a key component in helping with the recovery and opening up the rib cage. And I've designed a procedure adapting from Nikola Tesla's work. I was a devotee of his since I was a child. And the vibration and the generators at Niagara Falls that he put in have never been replaced. That's how precision technology was, and that's how I brought in different sciences into the rehabilitation of the human body.
That's amazing. I really appreciate you coming in and sharing that. I think we're getting close to, actually it looks like we do have a couple more minutes here, but we are getting close to wrapping up. The point is this, is that Eastern medicine has always felt that it's about the energy flow in the body.
Right. They call it chi or prana.
Correct, absolutely. And modern medicine, more and more and more, as we get deeper into how the synapses fire in the brain, how the nerve endings interact with each other. We are much more electrical beings than anybody has ever thought about before. And so it really is about the flow. So it isn't, if we leave religion out of it, now I am very deeply religious, and I believe that we shouldn't leave religion out of health. I think a good, strong dose of spirituality, whatever your spirituality is going to be a very positive thing for your overall health. It's my father was a psychologist, a marriage and family therapist, PhD in psychology, and he always taught us four things: that you want to have the balance of life in your physical, your mental, your social and emotional, and your mental life. And if you balance those four areas, not only he taught it as good character, but I'm finding more and more that if you have balance in those four areas, you have good health as well. So that balance occurs in all areas of life, but in particular inside of your body. That I think there is a very strong spiritual aspect to all of us. I really believe strongly I happen to be a Christian, but if you tie in to the energy of the universe, whether it's to Christianity, whether you're Buddhist, Muslim, whatever the case might be, I think it's a very important part of your life to be able to gain that health, because I believe that faith, whatever form it takes, whatever form it takes or where it originates from, strong faith can actually help your body in a great way.
Oh yes, even doctors say medical intervention is 20%, 80% is prayer and belief.
Yeah.
And they've seen some incredible miracles with prayer circles and other spiritual energies coming forth.
You bet. And I think if we think that we can operate in a vacuum of an electronic body that is in a universe that's also electronic, has a lot to do with energy flow, and we don't flow well with the energy around us, and we want to ignore that. I really feel that the integrative medicine is pulling that back in. It's okay to just because everybody has such different religious views, to leave the religion out of it so that you have the commonality, the core of how energy flow works. But then you can personally add the spirituality back in. So that's one of the things that we really haven't talked about on the show is the spirituality side. I wanted to leave that as our as the kind of the thought of the week as we end the show. Thank you, Elaine, for coming on the show. We really appreciate you coming on. And a website to reach Elaine is?
Well, I don't actually have a website.
Contact phone number.
Okay, contact phone number would be 602-670-2850. That's my cell phone. It's the best number to reach me.
Okay, thanks so much.
602-670-2850.
Thanks so much for coming on the show. We appreciate all of our listeners for tuning in. This is Kurt Wilhelm, the host of The Social Universe here on Voice America, joined by Elaine, who is an amazing director of therapy. We will tune in next week with everybody, and we look forward to seeing you then.